a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to heighten this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab at the 30. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback up there, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. That 55-yard field goal attempt went awry, and now to make matters worse, they'll give it up 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And runs through another guy.
Coaches all... harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Now, this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Webb. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front of that defensive line.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how their defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Runs through a tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Absolute shank. Missed it. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air. It's Underwood. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but it might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and having
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's great. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives...
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for space. It's great. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half. Those 2 breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense, is that what we're doing here? Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Ball down with it. The sticks as he picks up the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down in the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get it.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. Ripping through the defense. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking for room. It's Bray. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Offense changing the play. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Grabbed in the middle, it's Farmer. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Grab behind the line. It's Hansen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little space. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So 4th and a mile from here, but the offense will go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it! Touchdown, Florida! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Really a nice job working the route, getting himself open, and was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And
the ball's free deep in his own territory. Scooped up by the kicking team. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That deficit has now grown to double digits, Gators down 17-7 as they start this drive. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here's a hit. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. The sweet feet buy a little time.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play. But I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Unloads quickly. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Under fire. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gator! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Underwood. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wolverines line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
He lets it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless. And touchdown, Wolverines! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Might be changing the route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moulton. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the run. Off and running. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. He tries to take the top off. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.